Hey guys, like, comment, subscribe. We're back again today. We have an NFL video again. Russell Okung, who many people probably criticized for wanting to get paid in Bitcoin, or at least partially, by the Carolina Panthers and other teams previously, is apparently one of the smartest people in NFL history because his contract is apparently one of the most valuable in the NFL now when you consider the actual value. What is it? The appreciation value of Bitcoin as of now?
Yes, exactly. And he signed this right before the Bitcoin kind of took off, whenever it hit high as 44,000 a couple weeks ago, and it's crazy. Like he tweeted out in May 2019. I love this. Pay me in Bitcoin. He wanted to go anywhere as long as he got paid in Bitcoin, and then he retweeted less than 2 years later saying, "Paid in Bitcoin." Like that's gangster. That's gangster because the fact that it just I've spoken about this before about how Tesla getting very involved into Bitcoin is going to create other companies to get involved into it, and the value of Bitcoin is just going to skyrocket. Meanwhile, we mostly talk about sports here. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it, and I don't know the exact details of his contract. All I know is that he got half of his salary paid in Bitcoin. His salary is $13 million, so half of that is $6.5 million. I don't know at what rate of Bitcoins he got paid at. I don't know what his buy-in rate was whenever they bought these Bitcoins for him. But there's people in the industry that believe that Bitcoins can reach as high as 400,000. There's only a set amount of them. And if they keep increasing in value, like just a small increase, and this guy's going to double his pay within a few months, and let alone what it could be within a few years. And we're probably going to see a lot of players doing the same thing. I'm just very surprised the NFL allowed this, especially considering their salary cap situations. Like, what do you consider this on the salary cap now? Do you consider this a $13 million salary? Or if the Bitcoin part of it is now 20 million, you consider that $26 million salary? I don't know. And I think that's why they were kind of skeptical about going forward on it. And the fact that he was able to do it and have the announcements just a month ago that Bitcoin was skyrocketing, it's just great to see. And it's not going to be the first time, the only time.
Yeah, I mean, for like an offensive tackle to do this as well, it's not like it's a quarterback. It's not like it's a guy who necessarily didn't. A lot of people might feel like, okay, this team's going to function with or without him. So why does he want Bitcoin? Why do we need to pay him in Bitcoin, like you said? And he found a way to get it done. And I'm confused as well in terms of how that's going to relate in terms of the actual salary. They'll probably just, like you said, consider it for the actual time it was signed and be that $13 million hit, whatever it is. And it's just the fact that what he was actually paid is appreciating in value that he's getting for, say, that increased contract. But regardless, again, it's just I believe other players are already starting to follow in his suit, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yep.
I mean, several others are going to as well, especially when they see this. So maybe like maybe the NFL gets involved with it. Who knows? They do have their partnership not only with ESPN but obviously Disney. And Disney's someone I could see taking Bitcoin very seriously. Where you mentioned Tesla as well. It all just tends to connect at some point, and I think this is just one of those straws that allows it to fall into place. Where I mean, this could be a large future, but like you said, with the limited amount, like does Bitcoin really want to get involved with athletes where you're paying thousands of athletes these excessive amount of Bitcoin? So it's hard to say.
And it's tough because it's not a regulated industry. It's not like Canadian currency. It's not like American currency. It doesn't have anything to back it. It doesn't have anyone out there to say, oh, this much goes here, this much goes there. Let's hold the value back. No, all it is the amount of bitcoins you're going to be able to purchase is going to get a smaller fraction. Instead of years ago you buy one Bitcoin, now you buy a tenth of a Bitcoin, buy a hundredth of a Bitcoin, a thousandth of a Bitcoin. And because it's not regulated, it's hard to see it could how it's going to play out in the long run. But being that it's already out there, it's already a set amount. Like our currencies, regular currencies, they can just print more. You can't
Yeah.
just make more Bitcoin. So this guy, and I've been reading tweets from him all day since I read that about him. And the one I loved was that he's been irresponsibly long on Bitcoin. He's been in this Bitcoin game for years. This guy was probably in high school buying Bitcoins back whenever you can buy one for like $20 or $100. And well, this guy he might be the smartest player in the NFL. He might be the smartest guy in the National Football League. not just player, like in overall.
And it's funny, they say that about offensive tackles that they don't get the credit for it, but all of them are just extremely high IQ. And it's
Yeah.
just another example of it, where a guy who doesn't get the credit he deserves, not only on the field, but off the field, is just clearly just levels above so many other people in the NFL. And he definitely deserves credit for that.
Yep. Good on him. Good on him. Nothing but respect to him.
Absolutely. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you soon with some more content.